whatever the legal implications are, we had a suspicion about what the effects of the Bipartisan Campaign Reform Act were going to be. We thought that by imposing those limitations, you'd really limit the influence of corporations in the United States, because that act put limits on sort of spending money outside of the normal limits. So we were able to monitor, as social scientists, what the effect of these restrictions were once that sort of money was prohibited on the valuations of the stocks. So if you thought that the money that corporations were putting into politics was really important to their bottom line, you would have seen investors react to their stock values in a certain way as soon as those restrictions were put in place. There was no effect. The stock market values of those firms were unaffected compared to the stock market values of every other firm in the United States who was publicly traded and who was not giving money. So the donors looked like the non-donors. Then when McConnell v. FEC came along, everybody thought that the restrictions were going to be turned out, who were on one side, and everybody who was fighting on the other side thought they would not be affected. So we could see whether or not the case law made any difference. And now we're 10 years later looking at a new case, which is Citizens United, which is taking away those restrictions 10 years later, and we can evaluate the valuations of the firm's stocks yet again. And what we're seeing currently is no effect on firms who donate lots of money or who were involved in what was called soft money on their stock market valuations of these decisions, which is a common way that economists will approach, or business researchers will approach a problem like this, called event study analysis. And those events, those big changes in laws, big changes in court rulings, have not had any appreciable effect on the value of the firms that donate money.